Good afternoon, everyone. I'm starting your subject on personal finance for this semester. Starting with your first unit is the introduction to financial planning. Before we get into the whole subject, we should know the first basics, the meanings of what is personal finance, what is financial planning. So what is personal finance first of all? It is the process of planning your spending, financing and investing to optimize your financial situation. आपके सारे expenses, savings, any kind of financing of loans or any investment you are doing, you want to do that efficiently, you want to do that effectively. That is optimizing your financial situation. All of this altogether is called personal finance. This is also called personal financial planning. Okay. First off, what is a personal financial plan now? It is a plan that specifies financial goals and describes the spending, financing, and investing plans that are intended to achieve those goals. हम एक पेज ऑफ शीट पे अपने financial goals we jot down something that this is the amount of spending I want to do, this is the amount of investment I want to do, this is the financing I will need to meet my goals. So altogether, a plan framework is created. Now, coming to the first topic in hand, which is financial goals. Every individual has different financial goals. So there are certain things which you should be aware of. One is setting different financial goals for short term, medium term, and long term. Short term will be usually for less than 1 year. Medium term 1 to 3 years, or 1 to 5, usually 1 to 3 years. And then more than 3 years, more than 5 years is your long term financial plan. That can be, for example, within 1 year I want to do something, I want to pay my this year's semester's fees, this year's both semesters fees, or midterm I want to buy a car for in 3 years, or long term I want to buy a house. So these are different financial goals as per different periods. It should be kept in mind that the goal should be realistic to have a strong likelihood of achieving them. Unreal, very high financial goals agar bana denge, so it will not serve any kind of purpose for anyone. It should be realistic enough that it is viable enough that there is a strong probability of actually achieving it. If your plan is overly ambitious, you will lose interest in working on it. You will be demotivated. You will be discouraged because you have set very high plans. If you decide कि next आपने एक mid term plan को एक long term goal बना दिया. For example, you wanted to pay off. You have a student loan that you wanted to pay in 5 years, but you decide, nahin, I will pay it in 1 year. So that is an overly ambitious plan. You will not be able to do it. So you will feel discouraged. You will lose interest in doing all of your financial planning. तो अपने financial goals के साथ ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. Then the next thing is setting the level of wealth you wish to attain to a realistic level to develop a more viable plan. वही बात है जो हम बोल रहे हैं, अपनी realistic goals बना के रखेंगे, उसके हिसाब से प्लान बनाएंगे, then we will be able to determine the amount of wealth I want to accumulate by the end of 1 year, by the end of 5 years, or by the end of 10 years. Realistically plan करेंगे, so it will be done accordingly. Then the thing is prioritizing your financial goals and do not confuse your wants with your needs, which is something very important. Financial goals सबके अलग-अलग हैं. One person might want to buy a car, one person might want to buy a house, a third person might say, I want to buy a luxury item. So everyone will prioritize their financial goals. How you will prioritize them? First of all, you will identify your needs. Your basic needs should be fulfilled. And then your wants. Your need is to pay off your education loan. A want is you wanting to buy a luxury handbag or a luxury car. राइट. सो प्रायोरिटाइज करना चाहिए उन फाइनेंशियल गोल्स को, और नीड्स और वांट्स के बीच में कंफ्यूज नहीं करना चाहिए जब हम अपने फाइनेंशियल गोल्स सेट करते हैं. So financial goals should be smart, it should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and the timing of the goal should be correct. Specific goal होना चाहिए. State what is to be done with the money. You have X amount of money or you have borrowed X amount of money. You should be clear in your mind that this is what I am going to use the money for. I want to use this money to pay my fees. I want to use this money to buy a car. I want to use this money to invest it, XYZ. Measurable. Write the amount the goal is for and how it can be measured. आपके पास एग्जैक्ट अमाउंट आपको पता होना चाहिए जो आपके डिस्पोजेबल पे है. इसको आप सेव करना चाहते हो, इसको आप स्पेंड करना चाहते हो, या आप इसकी इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहते हो. वो सब मेजरेबल टर्म्स में आपके पास एग्जैक्ट अमाउंट होना चाहिए, तभी आप अपने फाइनेंशियल गोल्स ज़्यादा अच्छे से सेट कर सकते हो. Attainable, your financial goals should be attainable. You should know, you should determine the steps to reach your financial goal. वो short term, long term, medium term, every type of goal के लिए apply होगा. Set realistic goals, which is the next uh, point. That do not set goals for something which is unrealistic or which is out of reach. If there is, I have a loan which I have taken for a period of 10 years, but I decide नहीं मैं तो 5 साल में ही पे करना है मुझे. So that is unrealistic. That can become out of reach. So in that case, your smart financial goals will not be smart anymore. It will not be realistic anymore. The last thing is timing. State when the goal will be reached. If I have taken a loan for 5 years, it should be completed in a time period of 5 years. If I want to make a saving of 1 lakh rupees, I should make sure वो 1 lakh rupees अगर मैंने decide किया है कि मैं 3 साल में save करूँगी, मैं 5 साल में save करूँगी, it should be done by then. So smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timing of the goals. Now, setting your financial goals. Financial goals set करने के लिए भी step by step जाना चाहिए. One is identifying those goals. पहले identify करो what is your financial goal. One person's financial goal can be, he's a big saver. I want to save this much. One person's goal can be, I want to make this much expenditure in these many things. Prioritize your goals. Prioritize करना है, that needs में पहले focus करना है, उसके बाद wants में जाना है. Wants में भी what kind of wants you want to focus on first, and so on. The third step is understanding the financial cost associated with each goal. Every financial goal you have in mind, there is a certain amount of cost which you will have to pay for it. अगर आपको एक कार खरीदनी है उसकी एक कॉस्ट होगी, अगर आपको कहीं ट्रैवल करना है उसकी एक कॉस्ट होगी, अगर आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट करके 5 साल बाद इतना पैसा कमाना है, सो यू शुड नो तो कॉस्ट ऑफ दैट इन्वेस्टमेंट वो कितना होगा, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कितने होंगे, एंड सो ऑन. The next is setting a timeline for each goal. Once again, the timing. The timing for each goal should be fixed beforehand. That by the end of 5 years, I want to accumulate this much money. By the end of 2 years, I want to pay my education loan. By the end of 10 years, I want to buy a house. Timeline for each goal is very important. Evaluate how much to save each month. अब आपने गोल तो बना लिया कि मेरे को 5 साल में अपना एजुकेशन लोन पे करना है, तो आपको अब डिटरमाइन करना पड़ेगा दैट हाउ मच यू विल बी सेविंग इन ईच मंथ सो एज टू बी एबल टू एक्चुअली पे ऑफ दैट लोन. हर महीना आप अपनी सैलरी में से, एक पर्सन की सैलरी मान लीजिए 10,000 है, तो उसको अपने सैलरी में से 5,000 रुपये निकालने हैं हर महीना, सेव करने हैं, 2,000 रुपये सेव करने हैं, 3,000 रुपये सेव करने हैं, एंड सो ऑन. तो दे हैव टू इवेल्युएट दैट beforehand. And lastly, finalizing that goal after you have identified your goal, आपने priority set करी, you have evaluated the cost of each goal, you have evaluated what time frame should be there for each goal, and how much do we need to save for each goal. Last thing is to finalize that goal. Okay. The next topic is steps in financial planning. फाइनेंशियल, ये जो हमने किया ये है सेटिंग फाइनेंशियल गोल्स. फाइनेंशियल गोल्स जब हम अपने बना रहे हैं तब हमें ये सब करना चाहिए. फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग इज अ ब्रॉडर स्पेक्ट्रम. फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का फर्स्ट स्टेप इज एस्टैब्लिशिंग योर फाइनेंशियल गोल्स, जो हमने अभी प्रीवियसली सीखा. ठीक है. सेकेंड इज कंसिडर योर करेंट फाइनेंशियल पोजिशन. आपकी करेंट फाइनेंशियल पोजिशन क्या है. थर्ड, इवेल्युएटिंग, आइडेंटिफाइंग एंड इवेल्युएटिंग ऑल्टरनेट प्लान्स टू अचीव गोल्स. एक ही गोल को अचीव करने के लिए डिफरेंट प्लान्स हो सकते हैं, डिफरेंट ईयर्स के, डिफरेंट अमाउंट्स, डिफरेंट रिटर्न्स. सो यू विल हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट वेज and which is feasible and the cost of what is what. So you'll evaluate alternate plans. The fourth step will be to select and implement the best plan that you can achieve for your goals. Then fifth, evaluating your financial plan. Once you've implemented it, you should keep evaluating it as well. And the last is revising your financial plan. Financial goals अगर change हो जाते हैं या आपकी लाइफ में circumstances change हो जाते हैं, आप जॉब चेंज कर लिया, सैलरी कम ज़्यादा हो रही है, तो you will keep revising your financial plans. So we will this one by one now. One is establishing your financial goals. Like we discussed abhi, that financial goals will be different for different persons. Big saver, big spender, mid-term, short-term, long-term. And the most important thing, it should be realistic. The goals should be feasible enough to be achieved. Consider your current financial position. आपकी current financial position क्या है? What are your current amount of savings? What in your bank account or in your cash or whatever? Or then what is the current value of your investments? If a person has invested some of their money, कहाँ उन्होंने invest किया है? कितनी investment की वो present value आज की date में value कितनी है? Determining the net worth पता assets कितने हैं, liabilities कितनी हैं, तो उससे net worth पता चलेगी. Determine education and career choice to take financial planning decisions. Youngsters like us, you are still in the stage of your education and making a choice in your career. Finally, what you will do after this, what you will do after 1 year, after 5 years. So you can start making your financial planning decisions accordingly, because that will also determine your financial position. Based on that, you will build your income. Based on that, you will build your assets. You will pay your debts or liabilities. You will make investments. You will accumulate your savings. So a person who is doing financial planning, he should consider what is his current financial position based on all of these things. The next thing is identifying and evaluating alternate plans to achieve the goals. Like I said, for one goal, there can be different plans. There can be different amount of money, different time period, different rate of return, which will be there to use those funds to achieving those goals. So the person will determine the savings he will need to make that investment or buy something. So, and then also he'll have to see that does he need to increase his savings each month. For example, a person was saving 2,000 rupees per month. Now उसके financial goals के according उसको लगता है नहीं मुझे 2,000 मुझे 3,000 रुपए बचाने चाहिए हर महीने to achieve his financial goals. And then he will also ask to see that he should make investment that generate higher rate of return. जितनी investment वो कर रहे हैं, for example उनको 5% rate of return मिल रहा है एक type of investment instrument पे, किसी एक stock में ये मिल रहा है, किसी bond में 6% मिल रहा है. So उनको judiciously decide करना होगा that these are the different plans to achieve these many financial goals. After that is done, the fourth step comes to select and implement the best plan. So for this, he will finally see that these are the advantages and these are the disadvantages of each plan. And then he will select which plan is the most effective in achieving the set goal. हमने first stage पे set कर लिया, we have established our financial goals. Now we are working on building on those goals. So we'll select the plan which is most effective in achieving the goal we have set in the first step. Okay. The next step is evaluating the financial plan. Evaluation of financial plan will be done on a regular basis. A person will keep monitoring their progress to ensure that their financial plan is actually working the way they intend. So they will see that yes, I am doing these many savings each month or not. Yes, my loans are being paid this month, every month or not. They will also keep it easily accessible to evaluate it over time. आपका financial plan should not be kept under a pile of things that if you need to evaluate it, if you need to change it, you are not able to do that. To be able to monitor that progress, a person will keep their financial plan handy with them to keep evaluating it over time. The last thing is revising the financial plan. Revision can come because of different reasons. Change in willingness to follow a current financial plan. A person decided, no, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to do that. या फिर change in the financial position over time. Somebody's financial position changed. किसी का assets, किसी का salary बढ़ गया है, या फिर somebody was doing a business and they suffered a loss. There is a change in their financial position. Over a period of time, willingness, financial position, these things can change. So a person will revise their plan accordingly. They will again check its feasibility to make it more realistic so that it increases their chance of achieving the goals. Long term plan मान लीजिए कुछ set कर दिया 10 years के बाद घर लेना है, but over these 10 years your income is changing sometimes, or you suffered a loss in your assets, or you bought more assets, or you want to change your financial plan altogether, or you changed a job. Somebody was working in a bank earlier, they quit their job to start their own business. So through different stages of life, different changes in your financial plans can occur. नेक्स्ट इज कॉम्पोनेंट्स ऑफ योर फाइनेंशियल प्लान के अंदर क्या क्या चीज़ें कवर होनी चाहिए या होती हैं. टैक्स प्लानिंग, इसमें I will discuss these in detail. Overview में budgeting and tax planning is there. There is management of liquidity which is needed. Financing of large purchases, how that will be done. Protecting your assets and income, that is basically through insurance. Then investing your money in different investment instruments or anything. And finally, planning your retirement and estate planning. What is all of this? What is budgeting? Budgeting is the process of forecasting future expenses and savings. I'm planning in the starting of the year that for these, or in the starting of the month, that this much will be my expected expenses and this much will be my approximate savings. So it was assessing your current amount of your assets and liabilities. Incomes are affected by the taxes applicable in the country. In the beginning of the year, I have decided that these are my assets. I want to make them this much. This is my income. These will be my expenses. Budgeting is only forecasting it. Changes हो सकते हैं. It is not necessary that a person will stick to their budget always. No, उनका income change हो सकता है. उनके expenses वो इसीलिए budget बनाते हैं कि हम plan कर सके. Yes, out of 100 rupees, I will spend 70 rupees and save 30 rupees or invest 10 rupees or whatever. अब इस सब के बीच में आपकी जो इनकम अर्न कर रहे हो आप, उसके ऊपर टैक्सेस लगते हैं. हर कंट्री में इनकम टैक्स है जो, या फिर अगर आपका बिजनेस है तो जीएसटी, every kind of tax, personal taxes, corporate taxes, everything, whatever is applicable in the country will be applied on your incomes and your assets and everything. So that is budgeting and tax plan. Second is liquidity. Liquidity का मतलब क्या होता है? That you have access to funds to cover any short-term cash deficiency. It is enhanced by using money management and credit management. मेरे पास इतने funds होने चाहिए that I am able to pay for it for any short-term मुझे कोई भी need आती है. For example, a medical exigency came in somebody's family and they need 5,000 rupees. तो उनके पास उतना कैश होना चाहिए that they are able to pay that medical bill of 5,000 rupees. ठीक है? तो लिक्विडिटी को मैनेज करने के लिए एक मनी मैनेजमेंट होता है, क्रेडिट मैनेजमेंट होता है. व्हाट इज मनी मैनेजमेंट? मनी मैनेजमेंट इन्वॉल्व्स डिसीजन ऑन हाउ मच मनी टू रिटेन इन लिक्विड फॉर्म and how to allocate funds among the short-term investments. How much money to retain in liquid form? यानी कि मेरे पास अपने कैश इन हैंड या कैश एट बैंक कितना होना चाहिए और कितना पैसा मैं शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए लगा सकती हूँ. 1 वीक, 1 मंथ के लिए या मैक्सिमम 6 months के लिए. आई कैन स्पेंड दैट मनी, इन्वेस्ट दैट मनी इन प्लेसेस जहाँ से मैं उसको इजीली निकाल भी पाऊँ. For example, a person can create an FD for 6 months or 3 months or so on. So money management decisions to retain some money and invest some money in short-term investment instruments. Credit management involves decisions on how much credit to obtain to support your spending and which sources of credit to use. Credit management में अब आपके short-term loans की बात आ रही है. How much credit to obtain to support your spending and which sources of credit to use. यहाँ पे mainly current liabilities जो आपने पढ़े होंगे, bills payable होते हैं, short term loans होता है. A person is doing a business, they regularly borrow money on a short term basis to support their business. या फिर you are doing something, a person is doing some business and they will need credit for it. अगर छोटा business है उसके लिए informal sources से वो borrow कर सकता है, या फिर बैंक से उसको बोरो करना है, या फिर अपने कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट्स थे उनको ब्रेक करके बोरो करना है. क्रेडिट की बात होती है तो मेनली वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग channels. So that will be your bills payable, your short-term loans and so on. So that is liquidity management altogether. Short-term cash, short-term loans, कैसे manage होगा if and when is needed. The third thing is financing large purchases or expenditures through loans. A person wants to buy a house or a businessman wants to buy an expensive machinery. So उसके लिए they will take a loan from the bank. So it involves assessing the amount of money you have available and the amount of funds to be borrowed. the businessman say he wants to buy a machine for 5 lakh rupees. उन्होंने कहा मेरे पास 1 lakh rupees कैश है, तो मैं 4 lakh rupees का लोन ले लूंगा. So this is the amount of money he has available and the amount of money he will borrow. तो 4 लाख रुपीस वो जो बोरो करेंगे, वो कहाँ से बोरो करेंगे, कितने इंटरेस्ट रेट पे बोरो करेंगे और कितने टाइम के लिए बोरो करेंगे. Assessing the amount of time available, amount of funds to be borrowed, and the interest rate and the length of time of that borrowing. And that is financing for large purchases or large expenditures. Protecting assets and income, that will be done through insurance planning. So there are different kinds of insurances. There is general insurance for automobiles, there is health insurance, there is life insurance. So different types and different amount का insurance just according लेना है. A person needs to protect their assets, they need to protect their income, because अगर medical insurance नहीं है तो income पे भी बहुत बड़ा drain पड़ सकता है, which happened with a lot of people during COVID, that their health insurance was not covering this kind of treatment. But now companies started coming up with new instrument and they will cover their medical bills for COVID treatment as well. So if that was not there, उस time पे उनकी income was not protected. So protecting the assets as well as the income through insurance planning by buying different types and amount of insurance is needed in financial planning. The next is investing. What is investing? Investing can be done for short term, for long term, through different instruments, which can be stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, any other kind of investment which a person wants to do. The key factor there is the risk associated with that investment. What is risk? The risk is the uncertainty surrounding the potential return on an investment. You always hear the risk reward, risk return, right? So that is your investments are subject to that particular risk. आप स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, वहाँ रिस्क कितना है. आप बैंक में अगर अपना एक recurring deposit या fixed deposit create कर रहे हो, the risk is lower there. What is the risk if you purchase a real estate property from your savings, or what if you create a invest in mutual funds on a regular basis? The risk म्यूचुअल फंड में किस टाइप का म्यूचुअल फंड है, तो जितनी हायर रिटर्न होती है यूजुअली उतना हायर रिस्क भी होता है. सो दैट इज हाउ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मैनेजिंग एन इन्वेस्टमेंट सब्जेक्ट टू दैट risk return trade-off, that subject to that risk. The last thing is retirement and estate planning in your financial goals. Retirement planning involves determining how much money to set aside each year for retirement and how to invest these funds. When a person starts earning on a regular basis, so they will set aside some money that this is for my future when I retire. That can be either through government instruments, provident fund हो गया, pension schemes हो गए, या investments, mutual fund ही उस type का है, that the investment will be after the return amount will be received after 20 years and so on. So they are determining how much money to set aside each year for the retirement and how that money will be invested. हर उसका क्राइटेरिया अलग अलग होता है. हर इन्वेस्टमेंट इंस्ट्रूमेंट में अपने अकॉर्डिंगली every investing tool will invest those funds at a different kind of risk that will give a different kind of return for a person to have some amount of money by the time they retire. And what is estate planning? Estate planning is determining how the wealth will be distributed before or upon the death of an individual. So in this case, whatever the person's assets, their incomes, what they have accumulated over the years, the overall total wealth which they have, how they decide it will be distributed, so they can do that will be done before or upon the death of that person. These are your financial planning. Now we are coming on to the next topic, which is time value of money. So time value of money क्या होता है? Time value of money means you are simply estimating how your money will grow over a period of time. That can be 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, and so on. Time value of money is most commonly applied to two types of cash flows: single rupee and an annuity. Single rupee मतलब per rupee कैसे कैसे जाएगा मेरा फ्यूचर में, and so on. And annuity is a stream of equal payments that are received or paid at equal intervals of time. Equal payments and equal intervals of time are keywords to understand what is an annuity. Equal payments monthली किए जा रही हैं या एनुअली किए जा रहे हैं, लेकिन हर मंथ होगा तो इक्वल इंटरवल्स, एवरी ईयर है इक्वल इंटरवल्स. रिसीव्ड एंड पेड आई विल टेल यू इन द अपकमिंग. So coming to now, we'll discuss one by one what is what. Future value of a single rupee amount. मैंने बोला single rupee and annuity discuss करेंगे. So first starting with the future value of a single rupee. For this you will need to know the amount of deposit you are making, the amount of interest you will earn on that deposit, and the number of years you will be investing it. बहुत simple सा example है. मैंने बैंक में 100 rupees deposit कर दिए. The bank says they will give me an interest rate of 4% per annum, and I decide that I will keep it in the bank and that deposit for 1 year. So at the rate of 4%, I am giving my money to the bank rupees 100 for 1 year. तो मुझे उस पर 4 rupees interest मिलेगा and by the end of 1 year I will have 104 rupees. This is the future value of your amount. Amount 100 rupees था, so that the future value of your 100 rupees becomes 104 rupees by the end of 1 year if your rate of interest was 4%. Okay. जो हम future value determine करते हैं, there is something called as future value interest factor. Future value interest factor simply is a factor multiplied by today's savings to determine how the savings will accumulate over time. The future value is dependent on the interest rate and the number of years the money is invested. This is you will have to see there are certain future value interest factors, present value interest factors. The tables are available. तो इतने 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% वो 1 years, 2 years, 3 years कितना रिटर्न एक्यूमुलेट होगा उसमें, तो उससे वो डिटरमाइन होता है. तो इंटरेस्ट रेट के बेसिस पे और नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स के बेसिस पे डिटरमाइन हो पाता है. तो अगर आप आज 100 रुपीज सेव कर रहे हो तो हाउ मच मनी इट विल एक्यूमुलेट ओवर द सेट नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स at the said rate of interest is determined. The longer the period the money is invested, the more the money will grow. Obviously, standard principle, invested आपका है जितने ज़्यादा पीरियड के लिए इन्वेस्टेड रहेगा, जितने अच्छे टाइम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न पे इन्वेस्टेड रहेगा, उतना योर मनी विल ग्रो. As the number of years increase, the future value interest factor becomes higher. बहुत एग्जाम्पल्स मैं आपको बताती हूँ that I have a future value interest factor table. So उसमें 1% का अगर रिटर्न है तो बोल रहे हैं एट द एंड ऑफ द 1 ईयर मिलता है 1.01, एट द एंड ऑफ 2 years मिलता है 1.02, 1.034 एंड सो ऑन. 10% है तो एक साल के बाद मिलेगा 1.1 FY इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर है, 2 साल के बाद 1.2 है. तो एज द नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स आर इंक्रीजिंग, द नंबर ऑफ द अमाउंट ऑफ रिटर्न इज इंक्रीजिंग, योर money will grow, the future value interest factor will be higher. Next is present value for single rupee. अभी future value discuss कर लिया कि आज इतना दिया है तो at the end of 5 years, at the end of 1 year इतना मिलेगा. Now coming to the present value. Present value means discounting. The process of obtaining present values is called discounting. It helps to know how much money to deposit or invest today to accumulate a specified amount of money at a future point in time. I want 1000 rupees after X number of months. So how much should I keep investing today to so that इतने महीनों के बाद मेरे पास 1000 रुपीज इकट्ठा हो जाए. तो इसके लिए भी 3 चीजें याद रखनी पड़ेंगी. अमाउंट ऑफ मनी टू बी रिसीव्ड इन द फ्यूचर, फ्यूचर में कितना मनी चाहिए मुझे, 1000 रुपीज चाहिए. इंटरेस्ट रेट टू बी अर्न ऑन द डिपॉजिट, जहाँ पे मैं डिपॉजिट करूंगी अपने पैसे वहाँ पे मुझे इंटरेस्ट रेट कितना मिलेगा, एंड द नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स द मनी विल बी डिपॉजिटेड. यानी कि 1000 रुपीज मैं कितने साल के लिए 1000 रुपीज अर्न करने के लिए मैं कितने साल के लिए अपना पैसा इन्वेस्टेड रहेगा मेरा. ओके, सो वन वेरी स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू. अ पर्सन वांट्स कि उनके पास 50,000 रुपीज सेव्ड हो जाए 10 साल के अंदर and the rate of investment that they're going to get is 7%. So the first point, amount of money to be received 50,000, interest rate to be earned is 7%, number of years the money will be invested 5 years. ठीक है. So what is happening here, हमें present value determine करनी है. The present value of that money which I will receive after 5 years will be 50,000 rupees multiplied by, यहाँ पे आ जाएगा इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर. जैसा फ्यूचर वैल्यू में इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर तो 1.04 एक साल का 4% के लिए, ऐसे यहाँ पे हम 1.07 होगा आपका 5 years के लिए. Again, you will go back to your this time present value interest factor table. वहाँ पे आप चेक करोगे टेबल के अंदर कि 7% पे 5 years का इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर कितना है, उसको आप 50,000 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे, you will get the present value of your money. वही बोली, present value interest factor multiplied by future value to determine the present value. फ्यूचर वैल्यू 50,000 रुपए है, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू नहीं पता हमें, तो हम उसको इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर, फ्यूचर वैल्यू को इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे. Okay, now the new thing here is future value interest factor keeps increasing as the number of years increase. लेकिन जो present value interest factor है, it will keep decreasing as the number of years increases. क्योंकि क्या हो रहा है, जैसे टाइम बढ़ता जाएगा, you will need less money in the present to achieve that goal. आप उस गोल की तरफ जाते जा रहे हो ना, तो you will need lesser money to reach that amount. Also, less money is needed to achieve a specific future value when the money is invested at a higher return. Higher return भी अगर मिल जाएगा, तब भी you will reach your goal earlier. और number of years कम होते जाएंगे, you will start reaching your goal. So that's how it works. Future value of an annuity. Now, annuity I said equal payments at equal periods of time. लेकिन यहाँ पे दो types की annuity understand. We'll try to understand. One is annuity due, one is ordinary annuity. What is annuity due? A series of equal cash flow payments that occur at the beginning of each period, and ordinary annuity is a series of cash flow payments that occur at the end of each period. A person is making an investment of 1,000 rupees each at the beginning of each month. That is annuity due. Equal cash flow है, हर महीना 1,000 rupees देंगे वो, और हर महीने की स्टार्टिंग में देंगे. First of each month, 1st January, 1st February को, he will pay 1,000 rupees. He'll invest that. Ordinary annuity, series of cash flow payments, 1,000 rupees at the end of each month देंगे. अब first day of each month की जगह 31st या 30th September, 31st October ऐसे करके हर महीना वो इन्वेस्ट करेंगे. So that is ordinary annuity. Okay. Unless stated otherwise, you should assume कि ordinary annuity की बात हो रही है. Okay. So now, अब interest factor of an annuity क्या होता है? It is a factor multiplied by the periodic savings level to determine how the savings will accumulate over time. For example, a person 3 साल के लिए 100 rupees वो invest कर रहे हैं. At the end of each year, at the end of 2021 में 100 rupees invest किया, 22 के end पे भी 100 rupees दिया, 23 के end पे भी 100 rupees दिया. ठीक है. अब I want to know the future value of that annuity. तो वो क्या होगा? Payment of annuity हो गई हमारी 100 rupees. Future value interest factor for an annuity determine होगा on the basis of the rate of return. मान लीजिए 5% पे, और 3 years, 3 years का period है. So you will go back to your table, future value interest factor of an annuity table में जाओगे, check करोगे कितना है, और determine करोगे. In order to understand the concept of annuity, simply remember 100 rupees मैंने कहा मैं 3 साल के लिए सेव कर रही हूँ at the rate of 5%. So what is happening is मैं 2021 के end पे 100 rupees दिया. That will remain invested for 2 years क्योंकि मेरी redeem हो जाएगा 2023 के end में, 3 साल की बात कर रही हूँ. फिर 2022 के end पे मैंने दोबारा 100 rupees invest किए. That will remain invested for 1 year. 2022 से लेके 2023 तक उससे मुझे 5% मिलेगा, right? अब 2023 के end पे भी मैं 100 rupees दूंगी, लेकिन तब मेरा redeem हो जाएगी उसमें. So what is happening is I am earning an interest rate of 5% for 2 years, then 5% for 1 year, and then only the investment amount, which is 100 rupees. अगर आप ऐसे मैनुअली कैलकुलेट करोगे हर साल का, या फिर आप इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर लिए कैलकुलेट करोगे, आंसर आपके सेम आएंगे. ओके. द नेक्स्ट इज टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी में प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ एन एन्युटी. प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ एन्युटी can be obtained by discounting the individual cash flows of the annuity and then adding them up. जैसे present value of a single rupee में बोला था that we are discounting to go back फ्यूचर में इतना मनी के लिए प्रेजेंट में इतना मनी वैल्यू है उसका. Similarly, we are talking about annuity now. That periodic savings. For example, how much should I save each month so that I will have 50,000 rupees at the end of 5 years. So it is here I will use the present value interest factor for an annuity. It is a factor multiplied by the periodic savings level to determine the present value of an annuity. तो यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? Present value of annuity is equal to the payment of annuity into present value interest factor for your annuity. Meaning to say that payment of annuity मेरा कितना होना चाहिए? X amount. मान लीजिए मैं 10,000 रुपीज़ दे रही हूँ और मेरा इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर 5 years के लिए एट द rate of 5% will be उसका interest factor will be determined by the table from the annuity table and you will get the present value of that annuity. There are 4 kinds of table. एक होगा future value of single rupee के लिए, एक है present value of single rupee के लिए. ठीक है, 2 tables हैं annuity tables, एक है present value interest factor, एक है future value interest factor, PVIFA and FVIFA. जब आप annuity की बात कर रहे हैं उसमें you need to understand 2 things. Ordinary annuity होगा या annuity due होगा. फिर future value की बात हो रही है कि मैं अभी इतना इतना सेव कर रही हूँ, so the future value of that money will be this much. That means I'm saving 10,000 rupees each month at the rate of 5% for 10 years. So the future value interest factor will be determined for 5 years 10% and it will be multiplied by 10,000 rupees to get the future value of annuity. Present value of annuity. If that I'm how much do I need to invest at the rate of 5% for 10 years to get 50,000 rupees. That will be my present value. तो आज के डेट में मुझे कितना देना होगा या आज के डेट में उस पैसे की कितनी वैल्यू होगी, इंडिविजुअल कैश फ्लोज कितने होंगे मेरे. Periodic savings level. Periodic savings level is your annuity, which is multiplied by the annuity factor to determine the present value of annuity. So all these 4 things cover up your time value of money. I'll explain the time present value with an example. Once again, we are investing 100 rupees for 3 years. Okay, जैसे हमने पहले बात की थी 10% रेट पे कर रहे हैं, तो एट द एंड ऑफ 1 year जो मेरे 100 रुपीज़ है उसकी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू आज कितनी है उसको 10% के अकॉर्डिंग में डिस्काउंट कर दूंगी. सो 100 रुपीज़ माइनस 10% ऑफ 100 रुपीज़. तो बेसिकली जो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर होता है टेबल में 0.909 होता है. फाइन. देन एट द एंड ऑफ 2 years उस $100 100 रुपीज़ को मैं मल्टीप्लाई करूँगी 2 year इंटरेस्ट फैक्टर एंड देन जो 3rd year का वो है I will multiply by a 3 year interest factor. So you see 1 to 3 उसका जो annuity factor है it will keep reducing, जो हमने पहली बार बोली थी that the present value becomes lower as the number of years increases because less money is needed to achieve a future value when the amount of years, the number of years is increased. So that becomes your present value interest factor. The last thing is using time value to estimate savings. So basically time value of money is used for 2 broad financial goals. आपकी savings related. One is to determine how much money will be saved by a future point of time. That today I invested this much, by the end of 10 years I will have this much. If today I am investing 10,000 rupees per month, so by the end of 20 years I will have this much. So that is how much money you will have by a future point of time. तो ये पता चलता है. Second thing is to determine how much money to save each year to achieve a specific goal, to achieve a specific amount of savings at a future point of time. How much should I start saving right now so that at the end of 20 years I will have savings of 50,000 rupees. तो मुझे आज कितना सेव करना चाहिए, कितना सेव करना स्टार्ट, वो एवरी ईयर में सेव करूँ या एवरी मंथ सेव करूँ. एवरी ईयर भी अगर लेते हैं तो you will use the interest factor for number of years multiplied by interest factor and the rate of interest multiplied by the amount you want at the end of the future. You will be able to determine how much money you need to start saving every year in the present. So these are two very important purposes which the tools of time value are serving in our financial plans, so that we are able to estimate our savings. How we are able to estimate our savings? That we'll be able to accumulate a certain amount, or in order to accumulate a certain amount, how much will we need to start saving in the present. So either way, a savings plan builds your financial plan, because how much I am ready to accumulate in savings for a future point of time, and how much I am going to save every month or every year for a certain amount of savings in the future with me. यानी कि वही जैसे retirement planning में कर रहे हैं, that how much should I start putting in my retirement fund every year, so that by the end of 20 years a person will have this much money by the end of their retirement. So that is how the concept of time value of money applies. Is there any doubts? Okay, I will explain time value of money again, and notes which book is good, which writer's book, which book you should buy for personal finance, explain in Hindi. Okay, I'm so sorry, मैं कल से ध्यान रखूंगी इसका. Which author's book, study material. ओके, तो अभी के लिए आपकी सिलेबस में देखो 3-4 बुक्स अवेलेबल हैं उसमें, उसके अकॉर्डिंग. एंड पीपीटी में जो आपको मिल रहा है स्टडी मटेरियल, आप उसको फॉलो कर सकते हो. एंड एन्युइटी आज तो अब टाइम कम रह गया, सो व्हाट आई विल डू इज, मैं कल आपको कुछ न्यूमेरिकल्स के थ्रू एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगी. समबडी हैज आस्क्ड कि दोबारा एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए सिंगल एन्युइटी के न्यूमेरिकल्स करवा दूंगी मैं आपको कल. तो मुझे वैसे भी करवाने एन्युइटी के न्यूमेरिकल्स कल. So you will be able to understand future value और present value easy है. Annuity में थोड़ी practice numericals करोगे तो हो जाएगा, कोई problem नहीं होगी. Introduction to financial planning की books are there. One is from Sultan Chand की है एक book, and let me tell you. Syllabus देखो please. उसके बाद notes personal finance के मैं आपको क्या दूँगी? You can follow this PPT. मैं आपको यही बोल सकती हूँ. Most of you are asking me for notes. Exams I cannot, I don't know. ठीक है. एन्युइटी के न्यूमेरिकल्स जो सिंगल एंड एन्युइटी टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी आपको कल न्यूमेरिकल्स के दोबारा करवा देंगे, तो इशू नहीं आएगा. ओके, आई विल डू न्यूमेरिकल्स टुमारो, एंड दैट्स इट.